Oh man, it was great. It was great. You know, A&M, I wonder if they feel that they can play out the exact same comp. It worked really effectively, and it was really only until Bobchin started going off.
But he still gets the counter pick, right?
Yes.
He still gets the Katarina. They didn't ban it. They didn't drop it away for the Zed. They're going to change it up a tiny bit. Go with the Graves instead of the Lucian here. So Lucian and his impact in the later game wasn't as powerful in team fights. They want to have more layered ultimates. Graves on top of an Orianna, if they pick it again, absolute huge amount of burst damage there. Also, they pick up the Diana before they see what the top lane is, but that could be a mid lane Diana. That could be Epic Shots playing the assassin that he's wanted to play for a while now, shying away from the Orianna. If he gets a squishy matchup in the mid lane, they might swap it.
Yeah, so far it seems as though UBC are playing the exact same game, leaving Bobchin up for last pick. Trying to find out if Epic Shots is going to end up on that mid or Orianna or Diana, or switch it up for something new.
Yeah, UBC was not happy with their performance in that last game, but they definitely don't chalk it up to picks and bans. They're going to go once again with the low wave clear composition here. If they draft a mid laner with substantial wave clear, it'll definitely cover that weakness, but so far they were exploited earlier on that. But here's the thing, wave clear is not like, oh, it's the end-all be-all of team comps. You can play around it for sure. You start team fights, they have the ability to do so. They played to that strength. The only thing is you do give up sieging power. But it's just like how a sieging team is like, oh, we don't want to take team fights, right? So it's just one of the strengths and weaknesses of the comp. And it is going to be pretty much the same here, except that's going to be a jungle Gragas for Picarus now. He's going to have more pressure in these lanes as opposed to the Nunu where he was running around, had a little bit of pressure, but keeping up with the lane phase of UBC was definitely something that Picarus is now going to try to give himself an edge on.
Yeah, a lot more CC on this team. So if it is a Katarina locked in once again, should be a bit better for A&M to deal with.
All right.
Bobchin locks in the Kassadin. I like that.
Yeah, so I was actually talking with the backstage and their coach, Heaven Time. He was like, I don't know why you picked Katarina. I told him not to pick Katarina. I thought Kassadin would be the better champion here. And I guess he's listening to his coach this time. He had his fun. He had his pentakills, almost 2 of them. But now he's on the Kassadin. He's on another mobile champion, another champion that doesn't have to weave too much in and out of fights, just keeps going with the fight. So he's a little bit more durable than the Katarina. He'll be able to get into that backline and stay in that backline and then continue to push forward with his team. So they do suffer from almost the same problem, but they're still going to play around their wave clear. They're still going to be okay with that. And Texas A&M, they get a little more dive. They get a little more team fight themselves with the Alistar combined with the Gragas.
It seems as though Epic Lynx is kind of in an awkward situation now. Last game he had a squishy Katarina that he could target and destroy in team fights, but this time around, he's got to hunt down a Kassadin who has as many jumps, if not more, than Diana. But we are loading into the game. We're about to get into game number 2 between Texas's A&M University and the University of British Columbia. So far, UBC are up 1-0. One more win would put them in the grand finals of the 2015 NACC.
And the shot at that huge amount of prize money, huge amount of scholarships there for themselves, and a lot of validation for the League of Legends habit or lifestyle in college. That's a big thing here for both these teams. You heard UBC talking about how it's an identity for them, that they are the League of Legends guys at their school, and this is a big amount of validation for them. If they make the finals, you know everybody at the school is going to be watching them.
Yeah. This is very exciting. We now load onto the Rift.
Yeah, and Texas A&M, pretty much the same thing there too. Big sports school. Get esports in the mix.
They do have that legacy.
A lot of support there for competition. And they want to be able to set that up. They said a lot of them are seniors.
BM going down in the mid lane. I'm not sure who fired the first shot, but the taunts are coming out. You know, Bobchin is actually the designated trash talker for UBC. If he gets the ability to trash talk even more this game, it's going to make him a happy, happy Void being. A bit of a deep ward coming out. Looks like A&M are content to sit with that defensive line. UBC not going to opt into any sort of silly lane swaps. I say silly, they're actually rather clever. They're very fun. But UBC are content in their mechanical skill. I mean, heck, they picked up first blood 3 minutes in.
Yeah, and they were up 3-1. It was just the team fights that they were struggling in a bit until Bobchin showed up and just crushed off of some mistakes from Texas A&M. Texas A&M, what I was just talking about a second ago, though, is the support. A lot of them are seniors, right? They're going to graduate, but winning this is going to give them a lot of validation for their club, a lot of validation for the legacy that it would leave as well. And more people would be attracted to the club and would basically take up the banner when they're gone. That's what these guys are here for. You heard that they were too much in it for the money at first, and now it's about that legacy for them.
Yeah. Legacy is very important. Coming into game number 2, minions spawn. Both of the bot lanes start off in lane. They don't want to get caught out by that quick level 2 once again. You see Chuck Normus is shoving that wave as hard as possible. Try to keep it balanced out.
Remy going for the auto attack grass again.
Oh, they turn around. Ooh, Chuck Normus, man. Already taking big harass. Some great wave clear. And Forgive Me is actually hanging on. No, there he goes. Finally drops the Targon charge. Proof starting on the red side. Gragas starting on his blue. Everyone's on the same side of the jungle. Similar setup to game number 1.
Except for the part where they didn't do a Gromp bottom.
Yes.
And the level 2 actually comes out for Texas A&M a little earlier. Remy's going to look for the hook.
Oh, good dodge.
Oh, get out of here.
Smacks him on the way out, says, I don't want any of this. Proof, he actually is en route to go for a gank on the bottom side of the map. Clearing this blue buff puts him down there.
And it's good to see UBC come out with more diverse strategies, because it used to just be camp top, camp middle, and it was very predictable. And now if they're able to play to this bottom lane, which has the same 2 champions again, the Nautilus and the Urgot, they play to this bottom lane. It's very unexpected. But of course they saw it last game, so it could be a little bit unexpected.
Yeah, could get something changing up a little bit. Proof clearing out the Scuttle Crab.
Oh, he's confident on this Rex side.
Oh yeah, he's going around, gets a deep ward. He is going to find an overextended Epic Shots who's shoving forward. Bob Jin shows that the gank is coming. Is he going to find the knock-up? Epic Shots caught in the slow. Oh, he burns his flash, gets out just fine.
Takes a lot of damage too. That's going to be a potion toll on him in that lane. The sooner you get those potions, the sooner you get him out of lane. And giving any type of help to a Kassadin helps him through that early game, helps him get to that mid-late game where Bobchin is going to be an absolute beast on that champion.
Laning phase continues. Uh-oh. Flank coming in from behind. Proof of payments. Looking for it. He comes over the wall. Epic Shots has no flash. He gets the flash. Knock up. Epic Shots could give up first blood. He does. Proof of payment secures it.
They're just trying to keep down Epic Shots. He had such an amazing performance on this Orianna last game. Camp him so much this game. They blew 2 flashes for that too, knowing his was down. Really, really big commitment to taking him out early.
Yeah, but that is going to be Bobchin getting an assist right away. He's up in CS, and Epic Shots is forced to start with a double Doran's ring. That's going to slow down his build a lot.
Ooh, yeah. The fact that he's not on path for that Athene's early on is going to deter it a tiny bit. He also gets boots for himself as well. So definitely going a bit out of the way to just survive the lane.
Yeah, this is starting to look like UBC are playing a style that they have typically played throughout the rest of the NACC during group stages and qualifiers. If it worked for them then, why not get it working now? However, playing that style, that is something that TAMU is familiar with, has been doing research on and preparing for.
And UBC just trying to play their style. Like I said, they haven't researched too much, but if they're able to dictate the pace of the game, then it's definitely in their favor. And camping for Bobchin, Kassadin has a little more gank assistance than a Katarina. And at the same time, they're both just as snowbally.
The big concern for Texas A&M is making it out of the laning phase without being at too much of a deficit. So far, it seems like things are pretty much even outside of that Bobchin assist. And take a look at the wards from Picaris. He's getting deep wards all around that mid. He's got a pink on the bottom side river. Epic Shots with no flash feels so safe because he knows he's got Picaris. Now Epic Lynx could be caught out here. DJJ does have level 6.
He's got level 6 too.
Turns it around. Epic Lynx is going to have to... Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
So Proof is playing to his solo lanes, but he's taking both kills too. So this is a very familiar UBC style though. Camp top, camp mid, make sure those lanes are on good footing, and Pickers is definitely going to have his work cut out for him. You see him going for those deep wards because they value that vision control early to get through this phase of the game. But when your lanes are getting punished, or getting kind of wrapped around there from their own laner, there's not much you can do about that as a jungler.
Yeah, Proof actually goes for the invade here. He's got a ward to spot Pickers coming in from the top side. Epic Lynx did not flash for that gank. He saw that he was aggressive, he saw that he was out of position, but he kept his cool. And that is a very good sign for A&M. They still have themselves together. They're not falling apart. They may be down a game. Their first game out of 9. But they're still feeling safe. They're still feeling confident. Chuck Normus feeling confident enough to auto-attack Remy here.
Yeah, he knows that the laner isn't there. He waves back for his first purchase of the game. Tier, longsword, pickaxe. But Chuck Normus hasn't gone for his first purchase just yet. So he's trying to shove the wave out.
A little bit of zoning there. Almost catches Bob Chin. He doesn't have flash, but he doesn't need it when he's casted it. Gets away just fine. Pink ward is cleared out. Once again, A&M playing the objective game as they get some damage across on the mid turret. Epic Lynx goes in, forces Bob Chin to jump away. Once again, lack of wave clear on UBC. This time A&M are trying to capitalize on it much sooner.
They are getting their split push on though. DJJ, when you get solo time with a turret, regardless of what champion, it's definitely beneficial for you. And when you're in a team that lacks wave clear, if you can get those T1s down very quickly, very early on, then you're able to snowball harder. And it's much easier to siege. I know it's a very obvious thing to say. It's much easier to siege even without wave clear when you're heading gold. So when you get those turrets down early, it just helps you get the next tier.
Oh man, UBC making a very strong play here as they start the Dragon. They know that Epic Lynx doesn't have his teleport because he burned it getting back after that death.
Picker's gonna look for it.
Yeah, he does have it. Bobchin actually jumps in on the far side. Epic Shots tries to punish him. There's the teleport onto the back side. The fight breaks out, forgive me. Gets onto Remy and he waves in the back, but Chuck Normus is still doing just fine. No, he's turned upon. He goes low to 200. Shield doesn't make it in time. Proof on a killing spree. Pickers is continuing to chase, but this is 3v5 here. They're kiting it out. Bobchin gets another kill. He waves, might be the only one to die, but this could be 4 kills for UBC.
They didn't have Epic Lynx, and they didn't have mana on Pickers or Epic Shots. The shield came out, fizzled on Chuck Normus. He was killed before it landed, and it still took the mana, and he had nothing left at that point. No mana for the follow-up, no mana to even just reposition the ball. Epic Lynx, he will get a turret for their trouble, though.
He clears that off. Bob Chin shows himself in the mid lane. He's got full health and full mana. Turns it around, looking for a kill to add to his 1-0-2 record. Depth charge comes out. Epic Lynx does have flash. Might be able to make it out of this. 250, he does. They don't want to dive the tier 1. But UBC are so strong right now. They've got a lot of kills.
UBC have a much bigger kill disparity and the first Dragon. It's looking like a cleaner cleaner version of game 1 for them.
Yeah.
They got some kills early. It was very hectic. It was all in that bottom lane. Now, Proof of Pavement's 3-0-3 with 100% kill participation in this game. I was talking to him backstage. He was not happy with his performance. He's saying that he was cringing at himself. And now he's going for crazy things like diving a tier 1 turret at level 3 just to get the flank off of a blown flash. This is an aggressive player that we're seeing here. There's a reason that Rek'Sai and Nidalee are banned against him all the time.
Yeah, here's the breakdown.
Yeah, you can see Pickers jumped in thinking it was going to be a fight they could take. Epic Shots blew his shockwave to keep DJJ out of the fight a little longer. But instead, he finds himself out of mana. DJJ just goes back up and then comes down using the ultimate. And it's a long, drawn-out fight with very low resources on multiple members, key members of Texas A&M.
Yeah, that was just a slaughter very early on. UBC feeling very confident in this. Pickers, however, still going to look for a gank. Proof is waiting for the counter, trying to zone DJJ out.
But as soon as Pickers leaves because he thinks he isn't going to get a gank, it could be a problem. It could be a big problem.
Yeah, DJJ clears the wave out a little bit. Pickers continuing to main that forward pressure. Pink's now going down onto the mid. Shockwave is blown by Epic Shots. Bobchin flanked on 3 sides. He's going to jump the wall. No, he turns around and goes the other direction. He's got his flash. There is his next void walk. He's now running to the safety of the bottom lane, makes it out in time. Ping's going down in the mid lane. A&M say, we don't need kills. We'll go for turrets instead. They will trade their top tier 1.
Yep, they have the much inner route. They have the inner route to this turret. We see people coming around the side here from UBC. We do see ultimates on DJJ, but this is all 5 members of Texas A&M.
The only person defending is Bobchin. He can't get to the minion wave in the back line without jumping on the enemy team. Next minion wave, just a few seconds too late. A&M decide they don't like this position. They're being collapsed upon. DJJ looking for the fight, misses the ultimate. Depth charge onto Epic Shots. He's double knocked up. He's going to go down. Bobchin picks it up. UBC are doing some great damage. Epic Lynx running away. Chuck Norris is collapsed upon. The target picking is great. They pick up 1 now, another 1. It's 3 members dead. Picarus is the next person to be collapsed upon. Nobody even cares about Epic Lynx anymore. It's another 4 kills for UBC. They're 10-1, 12 and a half minutes into the game.
UBC definitely turning around from game 1, having great team fights, and DJJ coming in from the side, splitting them, and then Remy with the follow-up there. No. Everybody just collapsing onto the fight immediately. They seem much more on the same page this game. Very controlled. Laning phase just crippled underneath UBC. They're into the team fight, and they're already 5,000 gold in the lead.
Yeah, Texas A&M, UBC, they already feel as though they've accomplished the most difficult thing in the NACC by beating the West Division. They feel as though they're already on top of the pack. Historically, the strongest region.
If you look at last year's NACC, all top 4 teams were Western. Washington, SJSU, Irvine, UBC. They conquered the West already, and you can see right here, it's off of all of this team fighting. Heatwaves gets the swap onto Epic Lynx, and then Epic Lynx is just forced to flash and walk out of the fight. Then Heatwaves is able to turn back. And Bobchin, the way he's able to get onto Epic Shots just at the start and get that mid laner off of the fight is big. Bobchin's playing a champion that allows him to actually be part of the initiation instead of the Katarina who had to skitter around, wait for cooldowns, then come back into the fight. He gets to be a part of that front line. He gets to do a lot of the burst and the upfront damage. So this Kassadin is falling into the lineup a lot smoother. And a big part of how UBC is this far ahead in the game is proof of payment. 406, 100% kill participation on this Rek'Sai. He has been effective in all 3 lanes and influencing the jungle and objectives. He is on his game right now. And like I said before, giving him Rek'Sai, giving him Nidalee. Teams have made the mistake before, but it's one right now that they're definitely paying for on Texas A&M.
Oh yeah, we can see this in how Epic Lynx is building as well. Going full defensive. He's got his double Doran's ring, built up a Seekers and a Null Magic Mantle. He's not going to be too effective for a very long time, and that's a scary position when your top lane assassin is forced to build completely defensively. UBC have got complete control over this game. To be fair, A&M have got excellent vision control over the Dragon Pit. They control the river. They know where UBC are at all times, so they can play around it and try to continue laning.
At this point in the game, though, when you're continuing to lane and you don't have any damage from your top laner, Epic Lynx, on this assassin, this is the worst feeling when you're playing a Diana top and you have this build where you have almost no extra AP. You're sitting on basically both types of resistances, and you're wishing you were like a Maokai or something like that. You're like, oh, I'm tanky anyway. But now he's trying to actually put damage into the fight. His job is an assassin, and he's going to have to wait for power spikes. He's going to have to wait for points where he's actually relevant. Because right now, he's basically an interrupt with Moonfall.
Yeah, that's how Epic Lynx is trying to play it out. Dragon spawns. Red buff is going to be secured by Chuck Norris. Proof looking to put the aggression on. Just try to keep A&M uncomfortable. Try to prevent them from setting up in a good position so that you can capitalize a little bit later on. This would be Dragon 2 for UBC, but they aren't going to start it just yet. Teleport available for both DJJ and Epic Lynx. There's the Dragon. DJJ with the wave pushed up, doesn't even have to burn his teleport to walk on down. Dragon.
So you can see right there just the ward control from UBC. And the fact that they haven't let Texas A&M get the ward control past the river means they can't see a lot of these moves coming ahead of time. Bobchin gets to stick on the side, and they don't know if he's gone yet. Chuck Norris can't push up.
Yeah, Chuck Norris, he was up in CS this game on his Graves against Urgot, but now he's down just a bit. He's definitely down in total gold with the enormous amount of kills and assists picked up by UBC. Cassidy, Bobchin continuing to be a nuisance in the bottom lane. Epic Lynx even forced to be pulled down and hold that bottom wave. He does now have a Negatron cloak to help keep him alive against that very scary Cassidy, and they send Chuck Norris to the top wave to continue getting him farmed.
You can see Proof going for the Aegis of the Legion against the double AP composition here very early on. So the damage that Epic Lynx is putting out is even lower at this point. Just that ward line all across.
Yeah.
UBC have the ability to continue to push up their ward control and their vision. But right now, they're just trying to control the river, establish their dominance of that area, and that's how they're going to get these turrets. They still have that tier 1 turret that they need to knock down.
Yeah, UBC taking it nice and slow. They know they have an enormous advantage in this game, up to 6,500 gold. They've got a Cassidin with a Rod of Ages that's been stacking up for a few minutes. They've got full tank Rek'Sai, full tank Scion. Very scary team that they're building up together.
And they're just denying vision at this point. Bobchin is going to continue to split push against Epic Lynx. And then DJJ, he gets to push bottom. So overcoming the wave clear deficit by splitting up and split pushing is a good strategy here. Because if you pull people to go after the very slippery Cassidin top, the level 11, so he has the rank 2 ultimate, as soon as you go for him, he's going to Rift Walk away. You get damage on mid turret, you get damage on bottom turret, but they have to reach those turrets first and make sure that they could actually duel their respective lane opponents.
Yeah. I do really like what UBC are doing. They're taking their time. They know that they have this huge advantage, so they're being patient with it. They don't want to take any chances.
Right now, they're pretty much testing the armor, looking for the cracks in it. They've got a hammer, and they're trying to find where it breaks.
They're chipping away at the marble statue, trying to find the soft veins of Texas A&M's rock. They can't quite yet.
They're holding up. They're doing exactly what they need to do with stalling. But both Dragons are in favor of UBC at the moment. They have the superior wave clear on Texas A&M. UBC are not grouping up for a 5-man team fight to force anything. Instead, they're trying the split push now. This strategy getting them some turret damage very occasionally, but they're playing the patient game. Baron is up at 25 seconds.
They are taking it very slow. Baron is spawning, and there is absolutely no vision on the pit. Proof is going to be clearing out Scuttle Crab to try to secure some of that recall from Bobchin as he looks for another.
It could be a bait
spike
tool here, because they don't have a blue trinket yet on Texas A&M. Chuck Norris hasn't picked it up. Don't know if he's going to, but the fact that they've secured Scuttler for themselves, that they have the split push in bottom lane and in top, and the vision control of that entire area, even if they wanted just to start a 5-on-5 without turrets around in a sieging situation, they can just go to Baron and bait it out. It's 20-minute Baron, it's risky, but just not even doing it, but baiting it is important.
Epic Lynx has completed an Abyssal Scepter, so he is somewhat relevant. Finds some damage onto Bobchin, who doesn't want to trade any harass back.
Yeah, as soon as he hit that Abyssal Scepter, he's in good shape to trade with Bobchin multiple times and try to poke him out of the lane, try to whittle him down a bit.
Look at the vision on the map for these teams.
It just became very explosive for Texas A&M. As soon as the backs came out from UBC, they got to move up and put their ward control around the Baron and scatter some around the Dragon as well. But their priority was make sure that Baron is at least covered. At least these entrances are covered too. Because Epic Lynx has been having to farm at turret for a very long time and not put any pressure on the map. So dedicating wards to him top allows him to shove out a little more, allows him to get a little more pressure out of that Diana.
Yeah, once again, after a brief 4-man group.
Speaking of pressure on Diana, hey!
DJJ finds Epic Lynx. Getting a little bit of harass down, but Epic Lynx has hit some of those breakpoints that keep him alive, keep him sustained. However, Epic Lynx will not be able to harass DJJ. He has got so much health, armor, and magic resist. Scion has reached his tank status. Minor bummer for Epic Lynx, but at least he can keep farming.
So we're noticing a pattern here. When UBC gets a really big lead in the game, closing it out is a little rough with the comps that they select, but that's not a bad thing because it means they start playing it safe. They start choking their opponent out, making sure that they're changing that gold lead to be like, all right, it's around 7K. Let's not make it get any worse. Let's pick up 2 more dragons just off of this lead over time. Let's get wave control, soak the waves, make sure we're not missing anything, and don't get too hyped up and force anything that you end up getting punished for. Because even though it is a 7.5K gold lead, diving a turret is going to be absolutely terrible against an Alistar that'll peel, an Orianna that'll peel your backline, a Gragas that'll separate you. So diving this team is extremely difficult.
Yeah.
And UBC are just trying, like I said, looking for the crack in the armor.
To be fair, A&M are holding exceptionally well. They were down 7,000. They've only lost another 1,000. Epic Lynx actually forced a flash here. He's going to end up going down as they get the knock-up. Come on, guys. I was just commending you for doing well. Another kill for UBC. They turn onto heat waves. A lot of damage comes across. Teleport. They could try to turn this. Immediately A&M back out. The shockwave finds heat waves. He flashes. Collateral damage turns it. But here comes Proof diving the turret, fully tanked. He can absorb that for quite a while. Bobchin on a rampage. They've got the damage. Chuck Normus doesn't have the health. He goes down. It's a triple kill for Bobchin with the double AoE.
And the mid laner of UBC is at it again. 6-0-3 right now. 23 minutes into the game. Dragons live. They're going to get a turret for themselves. They'll look at the second one, see if they can take it down. And Bobchin, he's looking to get some extra kills on himself. Going after Epic Shots.
He turns onto Epic Shots, getting some damage across. He's got red buff. Dodges the command attack not once, but twice. Zoning him away. That's the tier 2 going down. And Dragon, no, they actually don't take the tier 2.
Nope.
Respawn timers are still very short.
Yeah, it's only 23 minutes in the game.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of options here for Texas A&M. It's 10K gold lead. Team fighting, you saw it there. It's extremely rough for them. They'd have to stall a very long time. But UBC are playing this very calculated, very controlled. They didn't take a fight until they caught out Epic Lynx, and then this was able to start. Forgive Me goes in. DJJ has his back. TPs to a minion. The shockwave only hits one, and that's the go button there. That's Proof. Come over the wall. DJJ ultimate 3-man knock up here for the extra delay. Nobody can help Picarus. And then the ultimate onto Chuck Normus, trying to get to that backline. And Bobchin, full mana. They're starting this fight with great resources, and you can see Epic Shots there again, almost out of mana at the start of the fight. Throwing the shockwave out, throwing the command attacks over and over again. We're constantly seeing him getting picked off with almost nothing in that pool.
Yeah, Proof is so aggressive right now. He finds Picarus, actually forces the explosive cast. He's still going. Picarus has no flash. Ooh, good protect. Keeps Picarus alive.
The bullying there from UBC in the jungle. Proof of Payment still sitting at 100% kill participation. His multiple knockups. He's showing up to these fights at the right time. And now,
the shockwave goes wide. Instantly, Heat Waves turns. Gets some harass across. A lot of flashes were burned in the last team fight.
Epic Shots landing 3-man shockwaves back-to-back. Game 1. Game 2. When your back is against the wall, when you're 10K down, the pressure is huge. And that is a pick where you're looking for, just can we get something? Can we get anything to get us back into this game? He's going for it, but Heat Wave's just a little too far out of it.
Yeah, Bobchin getting a free tier 2 there as Epic Lynx was caught recalling. Still sitting on that Abyssal Seeker. In the past 5 minutes, all he's done is add a home guard to his build. As he is slowly but surely being choked out by UBC as they roll closer and closer to the grand finals of the NACC. They're up 13 kills now. 2 turrets, 3 dragons, and 11,000 gold.
UBC are looking to still close this game out. Cracking the inhibitor turrets is a tall order for this team. 26 minutes in, like you said, 11K gold up. It's looking grim for Texas A&M, especially after that stellar Game 1, who was back and forth. They made it out of the lane phase. They were able to bring it back. Right now, though, Baron is on the field. Lots of wards around it, lots of positioning. Epic Lynx going a little too far forward up top, but they're skittering around it, and DJJ is pulling attention.
No,
if they catch him,
flash. Epic Lynx gets caught out once again. Tries to jump into the back. That's a lot of ultimates being blown, but he finally goes down. Remy picks it up. They turn. They find Epic shots now. Oh, a great shockwave finds two members. They turn it into a fight. If they can pick off the damage dealers, this is so big for A&M, but no. DJJ comes in from the back. Chuck Normus, the only DPS living for his team. Picaris trying to zone it off. There's the suppression. Picaris goes down to DJJ. Chuck Normus goes down to Heatwaves. Oh man, this is UBC picking up another kill. An ace for Bob Chin. Not a single member has died. UBC snowballing forward.
Looking straight at the Baron too immediately after that. Clean ace for them 27 minutes into the game. Able to take that fight after Epic Lynx. He keeps getting caught out. Diana, immobile. You're immediately punished for your mistakes against this team comp that can just point and click you with Nautilus or with the suppression. A lot of ways to gap close on a Diana.
Yeah, they are going to take this Baron here. 27.5 minutes in, UBC are up 18 kills and Baron. They have everything going for them.
Absolutely everything.
They want this.
And I talked to them about what's it mean to possibly win this tournament as a Western team. Do they want to keep the West on top? Because West has been a dominant region for a very, very long time. And they said no, they don't really care about keeping the West on top. They care about getting first for UBC.
Yeah.
It's all about that school pride here, and you can see them coming together as a team. As soon as Epic Lynx is out of position, Epic Shots is then out of position, and he can't go through Remy or else he's going to get rooted, so he chooses to go bottom, and DJJ is there, and he gets rooted anyway. A hectic team fight, but after losing Epic Lynx before both team fights that have happened previously, he's in a really bad spot right now.
Yeah, this is UBC feeling so strong. They are playing like kings right now. And take a look at the KDA of Proof. It looks suspiciously similar to the number of kills on the top of the board. This guy has been coming up huge this game.
Yeah, facilitated the early game. Now it's all about those catches on Epic Lynx. Epic Shots, once again, he's out of mana.
Oh, tricky situation. Depth charge comes out. He's forced to flash. Proof continuing to dive forward. There's so much CC to lock him down, but he is still going. UBC aggressing forward. Now Bobchin has joined the battle. Heatwaves picks up Forgive Me. And UBC are now up another kill. Setting up a split push should mean that an inhibitor will go down with that Baron buff.
UBC are just trying to go crazy now and end the game. Epic Shots there. You would think, why would you go after a no mana target? Because he's not going to contribute any damage to it. They're looking for the pick on him so that they stunt the wave clear for a little bit so they can get in on these turrets.
Yeah, now Dragon has respawned. UBC do not feel the immediacy to clear it right away. Instead, they're going to get every single wave pushing. There's Proof going to clear that out. Bobchin continuing to zone the rest of A&M away. While the pressure continues, DJJ single-handedly dealing with this top lane, keeping Epic Lynx occupied. Double teleport is available. A little bit of damage coming across, but Epic Lynx is able to clear the wave in time. They could look to catch DJJ here. He's trying to get in front to body block the ultimate, but he's going to be turned around upon. Oh, great shockwave cancels the knockup. DJJ, he's so tanky.
Yeah, he's extremely tanky. Being 3-0 and 11, 30 minutes in, level 16, he's doing a good job for himself. I do have to commend Epic Lynx though.
Yeah.
He's been farming like a monster this game, staying up, or at least even with DJJ, despite him having a much better scoreline and having a very kind of poor build on Diana because you're forced to go that way.
Yeah, Baron buff just wears off as UBC get back under the turret. They are going to continue sieging as they have got some very, very large advantages. They did take that Dragon Force, so they should have a better time sieging those turrets and knocking them down. Bit of BM coming out from Remy. He's feeling happy. I think he can afford it.
You see DJJ bottom clearing up a huge minion wave for himself. And now the siege situation, still, it's hard to crack. But when Heatwaves lands those Noxian corrosive charges, He's able to follow up with a lot of Acid Hunters and get the poke off. Chuck Norris has to back off, but they don't have a minion wave to continue pushing. Bobchin goes in for some harass.
Getting a little aggressive. He doesn't have his flash just yet. His only way out is to use that Void Walk.
Yeah,
So
the Rift Walk has an extremely low cooldown. He's level 16.
Yeah.
He has the Athenes and the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. So we're looking at something around a 1.5, 1.4 second cooldown.
Oh, the dive
But
begins.
about that.
DJJ looking to end the game as UBC goes straight past the turret. Epic Lynx turns on to Heat Waves, but Bobchin is on. Epic Shots in the back. Epic Shots goes low. He drops. Bobchin is legendary. Now he's kiting it around even more, trying to get more damage. Shut down. It's going to be Epic Lynx who picks that kill up. The turret is doing some serious work here. If they can stall him out under the turret, A&M could look to get a few revenge kills. A double kill on Epic Lynx now. Could he be the carry that A&M need? DJJ, his 500 health, 5,000 health, down to now only 1,000. A triple kill on Epic Lynx. A&M capitalizing on UBC's greed.
You dive inhibitor turret and you expect to just run over them? It's not that easy, especially with a lead that's 16K. They had more than that to start the fight, but they're getting frustrated with trying to crack these turrets down. They're trying to look for the team fight. They're trying to look to get epic shots off the map immediately, and it's not happening. They chase him all the way to their Nexus turrets, and you can see Chuck Norris, they wanted him originally, they changed to Epic Shots. Nice interrupts there onto DJJ to make sure he can't get his skill shots off. And they pick him up, but Bobchin has taken so much damage here. Picker is trying to get to them, and Epic Lynx was in the back the entire time. Heat Waves was also slowed and took half his HP from the inhibitor turret, because when they were walking by, he was tanking it. And then that culminates into these kills that fall into their hands here. These 3 kills. They aren't able to pick up a Baron off of it because it's not up, so they don't get anything after these kills falling into their lap. They get some more time to clear waves, they get to hold on a little bit, but the item disparity is huge here.
Yeah, this is a very scary situation for A&M.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Remy picked up an Ohm Wrecker, so they can try it again without the turret being there this time.
If it doesn't work, try again.
Doesn't work, buy an Ohm Wrecker.
Exactly.
That's actually the best item for this team right now. They're ahead. They need to close the game out. They don't have wave clear to siege the turrets, so screw the turrets. Go past them.
A&M hanging on by the tips of their fingers like the American Ninja Warriors. They're dangling over the pit of defeat, but they're still in. Just barely. UBC,
Epic Lynx,
very confident. He's setting up a bit of a gank here. Oh no, he tries to turn it around. Does Epic Lynx have the damage? Bobchin can't break through the armor. He does have Zhonya's. He's trying to turn it now. He turns it around. Zhonya's picked up. Oh, Bobchin has got to get out of this one. But Proof is coming in from behind looking for it. He gets the smite off. He's going to be bullied away by Forgive Me and Epic Lynx. He can 1v1 Bobchin.
Yeah, Diana does a ton of damage, and he isn't even like close to the items that Bobchin has. They're going to continue to fight
this. They're trying to turn this. DJJ is coming in from the backside. This could be the last fight of the game. A&M are trying to turn it around. The Shockwave finds only Heat Waves,
but
4v5.
He
is the DPS. Heat Waves is going to go down. Texas A&M are still in this game. Not a single member of them have died. They're 4v5 in front of the Baron pit. Oh my gosh, they're still in this.
They're going to
go for the Baron. They're going for the Baron. I cannot believe this. Bobchin is back up to full health. They turn it around, immediately peeling. They cannot afford to fight the Baron and DJJ. He comes in from the side. Chuck Norris is going down. Proof is dominating. Epic Shots is going down. Epic Lynx, the last chance for Texas A&M. He has to pick somebody off. He has to get these kills. He drops. It's 4 members dead. UBC are going to take the Baron.
They're going to go for the Baron.
Yeah,
they're going to go for more wave clear to make sure that they can possibly end the game again. So they're not going to go for the turret.
Yeah.
It's still 35 minutes in.
I think they're just enjoying themselves now.
Yeah.
They're looking to pad those highlight reels.
There's 15 seconds on a lot of members here from Texas A&M. They see it as the opportune time to pick up the Baron. Because if they overextend, they get a turret, they get an inhibitor, they get that pressure, but they want the Baron because they think it'll turn into more. Baron is worth a lot of gold in and of itself, and that'll put them towards 6 items from multiple members here.
Baron and Dragon 5, even better. Dragon spawns. Picarus is over there, spotted out by a ward. He's going to have to try stealing this because it could be game over if that dragon goes down. 2,000 health, 1,500. He doesn't make it over the Shockwave. Shockwave is huge. They try to turn it into a fight instead. Picarus has got nowhere to go. He goes down. Heat Waves picks it up. Baron, Dragon 5, 21 kills over your opponent. Mid inhibitor, still standing.
You just can't catch Bob Shin. You cannot catch that Kassadin. The cooldown on his Rift Walk is so low. Man. It just doesn't seem fair.
Yeah, UBC are feeling so strong after this, but they are not closing the game out. It's like a good steak. They're savoring each and every bite, each and every kill, making sure it's worth it. However, this is giving A&M time, something that was much needed after their first deficit.
Yeah, but having 5 dragons, having Baron, absolutely huge for UBC. They can dive with the Ohm-Wrecker now and be 100% fine. If that's not what they go for here, and they go for the throat, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, here come the Baroned up minions. Epic Shots is going to try to wave clear this out. Should do just fine, but slowly but surely, they will whittle down these turrets. Epic Link's forced to deal with Bob Chin. I don't think he can 1v1 him now with that Baron and 5 dragons. Split push comes out, rotation turns. Bob Chin gets the burn on the Epic Links. Meanwhile, the rest of UBC keep A&M on their toes by roaming turret to turret. DJJ doesn't even need minions as he is so tanky. Bob Chin still takes damage, manages to get some big
Epic
crits across. Epic Links goes low. He's going to go down here. No, he's still alive. He turns it around. He gets a kill, but at what cost? He's lost the top inhibitor. Epic Links is going to have to try to get back into this.
And they're trying to go for this.
Oh man, forgive me. Trying to go in. A Shockwave pulls in 3. Chuck Normus is turned upon. Depth Charge gets cleansed. Chuck Normus is doing some great damage. Epic Shots is still in. Epic Links trying to clean it up from the backside. They are going to pick up Picarus. Epic Links turns. He picks up no members. He's going to end up going down. 4 members dead. They're going to end the game now. Ohm-Wreckers on the Nexus turrets. A quadra kill on Heat Waves. Guys, you got to take down the inhibitor. There it goes. They
wasn't
finally
done
clear it.
Just yet. And that's going to be UBC picking it up over Texas A&M 2-0 in the semifinals.
Yeah, that was amazing from UBC. After such an exciting game number 1, UBC really took their time with game number 2, and they played the game that they were comfortable with. They played the game that they are familiar with.
Yep, camping top, camping mid. University of British Columbia advance to the finals to take on the winner. Whoever wins the next set today, dominating the West, coming over here and overcoming the teamwork of Texas A&M.
Yeah, we can see some big smiles coming out from UBC as they take the first series 2-0 and rekindle the Texas A&M and University of British Columbia grudge match.
It's Lone Star Clash 3 all over again. The 2-0, the handshakes coming out there. DJJ, the shot caller of the team, getting them together at the end.
You know, A&M played really well.
Yeah.
They